So it's okay.
You've been pretty freewheeling, right? Like,
Yeah.
sort of ask the general question, let you sort of go off the cuff.
Yeah.
No, because when I saw it was like 20 seconds, like, 20 seconds. I'm fat, see ya. I'm fat, you're not, boy.
No, what's the time now anyway? It's like we don't have we have a time limit, but we're not going to restrict you, so like we're not going to.
Oh, and I won't be here till 11.
Oh, God.
You need to sleep.
But what I'll get you to do is start just by introducing yourself and then
Full
just go
name?
from there. Yeah, full name if you like. You can say age, you don't have to.
No.
But just then just start telling us about yourself.
Just waffle and you'll cut it together.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, g'day, I'm Steve Mack. My little predisposition in the year 2017 here is that I've put on a shitload of weight over the last 10 years. And the problem is, I'm an actor, and not a bad one by most accounts. The thing I find though is the big Hollywood films, they don't use me because of my size. I don't like being this size, I hate it, but I've tried everything I can think of to lose weight. And what really annoys me is when people go, oh, all you have to do is stop eating so much and exercise. Well, no, I've tried all that. I've lived for months on like an eighth of the calories that I should have been. It doesn't work. Everyone has a different metabolism. I know I've lost weight a few times in my life, big amounts. I lost 25 kilos in 6 weeks once, and all I did then was not combine fats and carbohydrates in the same meal, and the weight just fell off me. However, fast forward 20 years, my metabolism's slower, it doesn't work the same way. So therein lies the problem. I've done easily over 100 films in the last couple of years. That's fine, independent filmmakers are great. When you get to the more rigid Hollywood type films, people they don't want to see fat people. They want to see, perfect person, and the same goes with TV commercials. At the end of the day, you can be told, that was great, you nailed it, but you still don't get the role usually. So that's my beef. Look, I have to admit, I don't feel victimised. I was thinking about that. I don't feel victimised, but by the same token, unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if people do go, oh, he's fat. And what really annoys me is people seem to think, well, he's fat, he must eat pies all day, 24/7. No, that's not always the case at all. So there you have it. That's my little story, amongst all the others in my life.
How do you feel that's impacted you? I know you touched on about with Hollywood and that. What about in day-to-day life?
The overweight problem?
Yeah.
Big time. Health-wise, it's really taking its toll. Really, really. Not a good thing at all. Made the stupid mistake of going back to smoking 12 months ago, and that certainly compounded it. So I'm in a situation at the moment that I'm not too secure about. I had a heart check recently because a while back I had a bit of a dizzy spell. Wasn't bad, but everyone said, go to see the doctor. So I had my heart checked a few weeks ago, and they went, oh, possible, yeah, or possible, yeah. So now I'm more paranoid and feeling upset that maybe I've got a heart problem that I didn't know about. So what do? It's like, well, just carry on and see. Hell, I don't know. I haven't dropped dead so far, so I'll touch wood, that'll continue. I was in hospital a couple of years ago, two and a quarter years ago, with double pneumonia. That I was on life support for about 20 days. Nearly died, as close as you can get without dying. Intubated, everything, that was lovely. Never want to go back to hospital willingly again, or unwillingly. Yeah. On a parallel, I guess, with the acting is I do a lot of what they call simulated patient work, which is you pretend to be a patient, you get a scenario, and I love it. I absolutely adore acting in every form, and so you're the patient. So to me, that's kind of giving something back, because I have to admit the hospital staff, they were brilliant. You know, they saved my life, literally.
And I know this might be a bit of a personal question, but have you had any bullying because of your weight?
No, no, I was wondering that myself. I can't say I have. Well, certainly not to my face. But again, it's, I guess like a lot of things in life, you just don't know what's said behind your back. The sad thing I've found very recently, through the hard way, people you think are friends in life, you come to the reality eventually that you have a lot of associates, very, very few friends, and even friends that you think, they're always going to be my friend. Just last week, had somebody just call off a nearly 20-year-old friendship because apparently we had a difference of opinion. I wasn't aware of it, and sadly he wasn't of the mindset that friends can have a difference of opinion and still be friends. So, as people said, his loss. I'm not saying I'm a great person, but I'm just straight. What you see is what you get, and a lot of people don't seem to be able to handle that too well, especially in the film industry. All you can do is be honest, in my opinion. You just be who you are. Some people like you, some won't. Some people, I find it amazing. I've never been a jealous person, but people have said people get jealous. And jealous of what? I don't know what. They don't want you to progress any further in your career, I'm not sure. So all you can be is the person that you feel comfortable with. We're only here for one round, I believe. Make the most of it.
That's some really good points. Yeah. Did you guys have any questions that you want to add to that?
Yes.
Still to the camera?
Yeah, so still the same way. I think, so just from personal experience, I think everyone has particular, like, you know, body issues or self-esteem issues stemming from particular things about their body. So have you had any self-esteem issues, you know, stemming from anything that we haven't talked about or that we have talked about? And if you don't, like, you know, how have you, like, what mechanisms have you used to cope with that sort of stuff? I'm guessing, I guess, acting is one of them. So just, can you tell us a little bit about the relationship about that?
Self-esteem with acting, no. I'm very, very confident with acting. I'm not conceited. I'm not egotistical at all, as anyone that knows me could tell you. But I'm just I'm natural to camera, and if that works for that role, it's great. So I don't have any issues with it. Other than scripts are my weak points. Memory kind of relates apparently a lot to my time in hospital, because I didn't realise all the anaesthetic and crap they pump through you. It takes years to get out of your system. Having said that, given the choice between dying and having some side effects, I'll take the side effects, thank you. Self-confidence about my general weight, yeah, to a degree, but I think as you get older, and I mean I've passed the 50 point now, you just come to the point where we've got, well, you know, so be it. I'm not here to impress anyone. I've come to a more comfortable point in life. Like I'm comfortable with who I am. I'd like not to be the shape I am, because not long ago I wasn't that shape at all. You know, sometimes it really disgusts me and quite depresses me. But you know, I've tried different things. I'm still trying different things. I'll get there eventually, probably, or I won't. That's the reality too. Maybe I won't. You know, maybe I'll leave here tonight and drop dead. I hope that's not the case, because I'd like to see this film.
Well, thank you for being so honest about it. It's really appreciated.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, but how was that following up? No. Yeah, you go. Sorry, you can ask a question.
Still rolling, or?
Yeah, it's fine. So you just said about you're happy with who you are.
I'm just trying to avoid this elbow.
Yeah, you're right. Well, wait until Dale's finishes changing.
Yep. Love it.
Steve's probably so used to this.
Yeah.
30 years.
Don't move.
It is so much better now. You don't need a generator for a big light. It's pen lights.
And the noise from the generator.
Oh yeah, but you had catering with the generator usually.
Yeah, so you yeah, so you said about you know, you're older now, so you're happy with who you are.
I have no choice. I didn't choose to age, but it happens to all of us.
Do you have possibly words of advice for younger people who are unhappy with with who they are? Do you have, like, you know, what moment in your life, was there a moment in your life where you were like, yep, I am happy with who I am, and I can separate that from, you know, what I look like or what job I have or whatever? Like, what made you come to that, I guess, Zen spot?
Well, my immediate thought is Nellie dying in hospital 2 and a bit years ago. Yeah, it's kind of, it does change your perspective because it was very close. I, of course, didn't realise when I was in a coma how close it was. Yeah, a lot of people were upset. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like a lightning bolt, and it wasn't any particular point, but maybe I just took a step back and thought, well, we're all very vulnerable and very finite and so fragile. Humans are so fragile. You know, we think, how did we, as kids, fall off buildings and everything? It's like, dust ourselves off, but yeah, no. And also my mum, she passed away 3 or almost 4 years ago. She was always a ball of energy. I'm definitely my mother's son, and everyone, they always laughed and everything. But when she had a stroke, went downhill fast, went to a nursing home, which she always hated. She never wanted to go, ever. She always used to say, don't ever send me to a nursing home. Came to the point that she needed 24-hour care, so there was no option. So seeing Mum go downhill, I think, really impacted on me a lot and made me realise too, not just Mum, but the other people in the nursing home. To be honest, and I'm not meaning to upset anyone, people just go there to die. They wait to die. They try and entertain, like have piano, but that's just shit. No one wants that. You know, they go to bed, eat the dinner at 5 o'clock, time to go to bed again. That's crap. And my sister and I both agree, if we had the choice, knowing what we knew, between Mum having a stroke and slowly going downhill to the point that she was not even like our mother anymore. She was so different in character and everything. She lost all the spark. If there was a point between that, or saying, well, she's happy and, you know, everything, and bang, it wouldn't have been much better. Yeah. So I think that makes you think, you know, hey, we're all going downhill fast, and the older you get, it seems to be every year, well, what new ailment will I have this year? And you can almost be guaranteed that you are going to have one or two. So, yeah, just make the most of what you can. Enjoy life. Try not to worry too much about bullshit, really, because look, we're all going to end up in the box or in the fire anyway, at the end of the day, or projected out to space, whatever the technology at the time. So, yeah, have fun. Just have fun. You know, don't worry too much about what people think about you or what your perception of what they think about is, because you can't change their minds. You have to be able to live with yourself, and that's the key thing, I think. If you can sleep at night knowing that you didn't do the wrong thing by anyone, or if you did, that you've made the effort to apologise and clear things up, that's all you can do. I mean, no one ever told me this is how you deal with life, and we're all on that road for ourselves. Nobody can tell us. So all the best to you out there.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Sort of like you have, but sort of jumping back as well though. And feel free to pass as well. It's fine.
Oh, I won't pass.
What was the difference of opinion you had with your friend?
Well, it's difficult to know because it wasn't specified. He just sent an email, just basically halfway through said, well, that's it, I've had enough. And I can't remember the term he used, something a bit weird. And I thought, I'm not like that. I think it was definitely, here's the downside of Facebook again. It was a topic on there. I think the hot topic at the moment, of course, is Trump and all that. And I think so he had this opinion. I didn't say, no, you're wrong. I think I kind of hinted to him that, it's very funny that you think that. But, and that was as far as it went. But I know all I did was put the little smiley face or the laughing face instead of and I thought, it's going to affect him. Apparently it did. And he said he's had enough of my attitude. He said the friendship was fun for a while, but it's been a pain in the ass for a long time. And I thought, well, that's great, because wasn't long ago I last saved you from getting sacked in your job with my former union experience, and did you favours doing this, that and the other thing. So, yeah, I wish I would have known, what a fool I was to think that this was the friendship I referred to, that one's never going to disappear. Like I have 4, well maybe 3 now, friendships that I think, no matter what, they will always exist. That adds to some insecurity relating to what you said before. I didn't think that one would end. I tolerated this guy who's a real nerd and very much lacked social skills. But I tolerated him because of his loyalty. There's the rug pulled out from under you again. Oh, okay. Nothing I can do about it, because I'm a bit sad by it, but I'm not devastated because it's happened to me before with people. So, and again, that's the fairly recent realisation that it's a word. People say love is used as a word too frequently. I think friends is, because we all think, got all these friends. Where are they when you need them? Where are they when you're sick? You find some will come that you don't expect to come, and others you think, why aren't they finding out how I am? So, yeah, we have associates, very few friends, and I have a problem personally now with how do you know who is your friend? How can you ever know? I knew this guy for better part of 20 years when I worked in the government with him. So, yep, you don't know. All you can do is hope you don't piss people off, and if you do, that they're a strong enough person to discuss it and sort it out, because a lot of things aren't worth throwing away.
Very true. Very true.
Second.
Yes, ask the question.
Sorry, it's like which one?
Ask the questions.
So what is a really important aspect of human nature that we need to move forward in society?
That is difficult. I think you just have to be a human that cares a little but not too much. You can't save the world. We'd all love to, but we can't. An aspect of it, I think, look, if you'd asked me what would I like to change, I would like to change the thinking of the average person to the reality that a lot more people are becoming aware of. You can't trust the governments and the big corporations of the world, and I'm talking the ones at the top. And I'm not being, super paranoid, just factual. I've done a hell of a lot of research into things. The big pharmaceutical companies run a lot. But I don't mean to digress, it's just don't believe everything we're told. Look back historically, no matter who's watching this, even if you're not very old, if you want to, research back from now back to when you first remember, and you'll find things have changed, the rules have changed, the food pyramids have changed even, in most of our lifetimes. Depends what they need to market and push up the top first. So, yeah, it's corruption is an easy word to say, but it exists, and I'm a little scared for the global society where we are heading, and make no mistake, we're heading there. And the potential of the civil war within even the next 10 years, even in Australia. Definitely you're already seeing it around the world. So, scared where they may run. I guess we'll just have to deal with it at the time, but just because someone in power tells you that it is so, whether it's your doctor or otherwise, do your own research. You have to advocate for yourself these days about everything. You know, if I tell you, don't believe me, go and find. Oh, he's right. Or no, it's bullshit. Find out for yourself so you're comfortable with the truth of it. You know, at the end of the day, it's you that have to live in this world.
Cool. I think that's
Don't ask me to do that again. Well, that's a good rehearsal. Position one.
Oh, we don't have any tape in the camera.
Oh no! The videotape's gone.
score button.
The film is gone.
Hey, that was very excellent.
It's a bit more than 10 seconds.
No, that's
Feel like compressing that down.